Good morning, Rockets fans. Today we're going to be talking about great win, Rockets versus the Cavaliers. What else can I say? We beat the best team in the NBA 2 times in a row. Fantastic job. Fantastic job. Kudos all the way around. I just want to say that we should be able to keep this focus for the rest of the season. Do not play down to the competition and be able to pull from these wins and these moments whenever you get through a tough time in the playoffs, and be able to draw from this experience. That's the most important thing. That's the thing that we should be getting from these great quality wins. But let's get right into it. In the first quarter, they had a great start. Donovan Mitchell came out ready to shoot, was on fire, and we did a great job of bouncing back. 62% from the field. Got Jared Allen into foul trouble early. 2 quick fouls, and you got to give some credit to Alfred Şengün, because you're applying pressure on the opposition's big man. And although they got 3 7-footers over there, they got Tristan Thompson, Evan Mobley, and Jared Allen, all that could play great defense. But not every team is like that. Not every team has depth like that at the 5 position. But it was definitely an inconvenience for them not to have Jared Allen on the floor. So kudos to Alfred Şengün for recognizing that. Kudos to Alfred Şengün for getting them into foul trouble early, because I know that the rest of the game was very easy to him after that. In the second quarter, we did a great job of keeping the Cavs at a distance. Every time that they went on a run, we made timely baskets. And in order to keep big leads against great teams, that's what we have to be able to do consistently. We let these guys back into the game later on into the game. Teams are going to go on runs, right? That is inevitable. But we gotta learn how to play with a lead better. Some of this is just that we're a young team and we don't have that much experience, especially playing against not better competition, but very skilled teams, good teams, great teams. We gotta not look like deer in the headlights. We gotta be able to play up to the competition and get up for these games. But again, great quality win. Great quality win. And again, it's the Fred VanVleets of the world that we're able to rely on, because they've been through every moment that is ahead of us. Every tough time that's ahead of us, we can lean on vets that have that experience. Fred, Jeff Greens of the world, Steven Adams of the world. So always go to those guys when you're on the court. Ime Udoka, lean on those guys for their knowledge and the wisdom of the game. We cannot be the strongest. We can't be the quickest. But we can always be the smartest. And that always comes with film study. That always comes with studying the game, being a student of the game, always working on your craft. And that comes with any facet of life. Got to work on it if you want to be good at it. Practice doesn't make perfect, but consistency always builds towards your skill. 59% from the field in the first half. Again, we had a spectacular first half. Spectacular first half. In the third quarter, to get to the film, I want to commend Alfred Şengün again for not falling in love with the jump shot. You had a three-point shot here, but again, you got a player on the opposite team that's defending you, that's already in foul trouble, already walking on eggshells when it comes to defending you. Keep the pressure on this person. Keep them in a defensive mindset, always backpedaling, and you did that here. And again, there was just certain points in the game where it just seemed that his body language was telling the people that know the game of basketball he did not want to be there. He wanted no part to you. And fouling is evidently how you play defense on somebody that you can't guard. So, Alfred, shout out to you for this play. Got him in the spin cycle, was able to draw the foul. It would have been the cherry on top if you were able to make that basket and get an and one, but it's understandable you did what you needed to do on this play. Now, I got to dial some of this back because the very next play, as you're going to see here, you settled for the three-pointer. And this is what the defender wants. And even the announcer, because I went back and watched the Cavs segment or the Cavs announcements, and they were like, we want this shot. We want Alfred Sengun to shoot the three-pointer. So can't bail these guys out. You always got to make every defensive possession for their opposing five or their opposing big man a hard defensive possession. Always apply pressure on the refs to make tough calls by drawing fouls, by creating a lot of contact, and there will be a lot of success that comes with that. The three-point shot is something that you are adding to your arsenal, but it's not one of those things that you want to rely on this earlier in your career. You know, that's the cherry on top when I could get to the rim at any point in time, and now I just want to have that back-breaking or that straw to break the camel's back, so to speak, because now I'm able to make that three-point shot, and then you already weren't able to guard me down low. So then it's just one of those things where you want them to throw their hands up. That's when you go to the three-point shot. But continue to expand your game. Continue to grow. I'm seeing that you're starting to add that fadeaway jumper off the block. I want to say that's like a 12 to 16 footer. Let's go ahead and say 15. The fadeaway, one-leg flamingo Dirk-esque shot. But you don't want to rely on that, man. Your bread and butter is the down low, post play, spin move, counter move. You know your game. I would like to say that the next step in some immediate improvement that you can make is recognizing the defender. What can I get off of this guy? Can I play him on the strength tip? Can I play him on the quickness and use my skill in the open court? Being able to discern and decipher what is going to be your avenue of being able to score 20 plus points consistently on the block. And then being able to pass out of that. That's what your go-to should be. And then everything else comes as building blocks. But again, great game. Player of the game, while we're speaking on it, is every player that plays the 5 position. So that goes for Alfred Sengun and Steven Adams. They wanted to put Steven Adams on the free throw line in order to beat us yesterday, and Steven Adams got them out of that mindset by making his free throws. So I want to commend Steven Adams. Did an amazing job, fantastic job playing the 5 position yesterday. Masterclass, and when he relieves Alfred Sengun, he does a fantastic job of doing so. It's not that much of a drop off when Alfred is getting rest. So shout out to everybody that plays the 5 position. with another special shout out to Amen Thompson. Another triple-double, one of many that you're going to have in your career, sir. I hope that you play for the Rockets for a very long time. You had 23 points, 14 rebounds, 10 assists, and in the plus and minus category, you led the team with a plus 10. So, amazing job to Amen Thompson, the utility knife of the team, and the player on the team with the highest potential, highest ceiling. Shout out to you, Amen. Finally, I want to talk about our offensive game plan against the zone. In this play here, y'all took my advice of putting somebody that is a playmaker that's able to make that mid-range shot in the middle of the zone. And you see that it opens up the court, right? A way to beat the zone is by shooting, great shooting, which we're not quite there yet. But another way is to move the ball. And we did that. We moved the ball. And finally, the third way is to be in the middle of the zone. So three consecutive plays of playing great offense against the zone, that's going to get them right out of that defense. So we did that here. I'm going to showcase two plays. That the first play, great ball movement. And then this second play here, finishing off with the Tari Eason dunk, if there was ever a home run in the game of basketball besides a game winner, it's a play like this. We struggled against the zone, so they picked and chose where there was times where they wanted to slow us down offensively to go to the zone. And after 3 consecutive buckets, with the cap off and finish of this dunk, i.e. the home run, which equals to the home run of basketball, is getting somebody to completely change up their defensive game plan. So, amazing job to the Rockets. But what's for the birds today is our 3-point defense. I understand that we want to clog the paint. I understand that we are great on the defensive end. But we have to be able to learn to make adjustments, especially against this team that we're playing next in the Boston Celtics, because the Cavaliers and the Boston Celtics put up a lot of 3-point shots. And if you're not careful, you will get shot out of the ball game. The Cavaliers got back into this game with 3-point shooting and wide open looks. It's not a recipe for success. We were able to beat the Cavaliers, but we will not be able to beat the defending champions with that defense that we played last night. So, at practice today and in film study, we need to understand this, and we need to be able to make adjustments, because everybody on the Boston Celtics can shoot. Everybody on the Cleveland Cavaliers can shoot. And the further we get along into the season and the further that we get along in the playoffs, there's going to be more teams that can consistently make the 3-point shot. So while we do a great job of clogging the paint and have a great job of playing defense, we have to be able to make sure that they are not getting consistently good looks from beyond the 3-point line. I will see y'all guys after the Boston Celtics game. I will be at the game in Atlanta on Tuesday. I can't wait to see y'all boys play. Peace, y'all.
I'm trying to famous, ooh, I'm trying to famous.